Hello everyone, and welcome back to my crafting world. My name is Anna. So I know I told you guys, first of all, this video is way long overdue. It's crazy how life just takes its little twists and turns, but here it is. So I know I told you guys that I was going to bring you along with the decorating or the embellishing process of the mini album. But you know what, guys, there was a lot of stuff that I had to use E6000 on, and I just didn't think that you wanted to sit and watch me E6000 some of the elements. So I thought I would go ahead and decorate it and let you see the end result, which is quicker than watching me glue stuff down. So let me tell you, I used the entire paper pad. I had a few pieces left over, which are these, and that's it. That's what I had left over, and I may still use these to make some additional mats for the mini album, but this is all I had left over, guys. Seriously, that's all I had left over. So besides, the tiny little bits and pieces that you just can't do anything with. So this was an entire paper pad. Let me tell you that the album is heavy. It is heavy because it's got all kinds of embellishments on there. So this is what did I say it was? 8 by 8 or 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, or 8 1/2 by 8 1/2. So that's the size of this mini album, and I love the size. I really like this size. So let me tell you what I did. I put some trim here on this side of the mini album, and no, I did not put a closure on there. Guys, I forgot about, how I'm notorious for forgetting, the closure. I'm notorious for that. So, but that's okay because I had an easy fix for it. It'll stay closed. And then this actually was in my stash. This was given to me in a swap, and it was just like this except for the big pearl. So it had the little ones. It had these tiny little shells in there with its flower and the little leaves. That's the way it was. All I did was add the bigger pearl to it, just so it would tie in a little bit better. Not that it wasn't tying in, but I just wanted that, extra touch. So this was one of my favorite pages from the paper pad. So I went ahead and put that on the front. And right here, let me bring it up a little bit. This was an applique that I put at the bottom, and some flowers. These flowers are part of the applique, so I didn't do anything there. This is the applique. And I put this shell right there, and I tucked in this one that I painted, and I tucked in some pearls and some flowers, and then this tiny little bow was just sitting on my tabletop, so I just glued it on right there. But that is the front, and I did matte this page with solid pink color cardstock. So that is what the front looks like. And then this is the side. This is another part of the paper on one of the sheets. I think it's part of this sheet. Yeah, it's the upper part of the front of the cover. And I didn't add nothing to the side. And I was gonna add, a charm, a handmade charm, but I didn't. And I had already prepared some shells, and I know it's hard to see, but let me put this down before I drop it. So it's hard to see, but it has I drilled some holes in it, guys. I don't know if you can tell. No, you can't tell because it's pink, but I drilled some holes. There we go. I drilled some holes in in a couple of shells because my plan was to make a dangle. And here's another one with a hole, but the hole is on this side. So it's not hard to drill, guys. You just got to go kind of slow, and it didn't break the shell at all. So I didn't make it. And the only reason I didn't was because I did use silver in some parts because I didn't have the gold elements that I wanted. So I went ahead and mixed in a little bit of silver, but the dangle would have had to have been all silver, and I couldn't picture that. I didn't like what my imagination was showing me. So, and this is the back, and this is another paper that from the pad that I liked. Okay, so then we open it up, and there we go. And on this side, I just took some burlap. I don't know, it's like a ribbon type burlap, and I just removed some of the the individual strands that made the ribbon itself, and I kind of made it look a little more nettish, if you will. And then I made some mats for pictures, and these are leftover like the scraps that I showed you at the beginning. These are leftover scraps that I went ahead and just took one of my dies and cut these out, and which I still may do that for the other one, for the other scraps. And I just put a little, trim on the top. This is that other trim that I had shown you. And this actually is part of the burlap ribbon that I just, tied into a bow, put a little, center, and this is part of some stickers. And then I just put a little cluster. This is another, little sticker. And then I just put some flowers. So I tucked some beads under there, and then a shell right here. And then what I did with this one, all I did was put some trim on the top. That's all I did. I put some applique corners here, and I didn't do anything to the insides because they were already bulky. I didn't put any ephemera down or anything like that. So I'm not going to open up the pages for you again. And on these, I did put down, some of the, paper. On the back, they are all plain, and on the front, they all have a mat from one of the pages. Okay, so that goes in there. And then flip the page over. And again, I used some of the trim at the bottom, and I put some flat back pearls on the top. This is also some trim. They came in a sheet that someone sent me. And this is the little waterfall, a sticker, some bling pieces. And then all I did was mat these little cards for either pictures or journaling or whatever. So I did mat those, and I don't remember if I showed you in the last video if I had done that or not, but there's that. And then of course we tie this up with 1/8 inch ribbon. Okay, and then on this side, I'm gonna try not to move this, and then on this side again I put some trim right there. And on here, I went ahead and tucked in a couple more mats for some pictures. And on this one, I didn't do anything. All I did was tuck this in here and then tuck these two in there as well. And again, this one's the one with the magnet. I didn't do anything to that. And then the large mat. And then I flip it over, and I had these little flowers that are, the trim that you guys are used to seeing. So I just cut them out. I put a little shell on each one, and then a pearl in the center. That's all I did to these. And I put some trim here on the top right there. And then these are the ones that have the waterfall under it. Okay, and again, I didn't do anything to the waterfall itself. I only decorated the outer pages. And then I flip this over, and I put this trim right here. I just thought, and then on this side, I just put a couple of appliques, and then I did I put some more trim, some more pearls, and then I put one of the painted seashells, 2 of them with the pearls on the sides. and then flipping it over. I just made a couple. See, this is the silver, and I had wanted gold, but you know, well, this one looks pretty. It doesn't have a whole lot of the gold foiling on there. And this was another piece of, see, I could put it that way. This is another piece of scrap that I went ahead and die cut some more mats out of. And I put one on each side, put a little bling piece, and put a shell right in the center of each one. And then this is the only mat that is different because I didn't have a sheet of cardstock big enough to cover like I did the other ones. So I went ahead and cut two smaller, it's a nesting die set. So I cut two smaller die cuts to serve as mats for pictures, and I just put it there that way. So that's the only one that's different, but I still think it turned out very pretty. And then on the last page, I just put a big applique on there. This one's the one that closes with Velcro, and it opens like that. And then right here, I went ahead and put the other half because I had made, this was double right here. It was really thick, so I just cut it in half, put, you know, cut some more twine, and then made a pocket out of this. And again, I put another sticker, some pearls, a shell, and then again, the mats, like the ones in the front. Okay, and that is it. But I feel like a commercial. There's more. Okay, so again, guys, I forgot the closure, and I kept thinking, oh my goodness. So this is what I came up with, okay? I'm not going to worry about the closure because I made this. I made a box to house the mini album. Oh my gosh, I just love how that turned out. Look at that. I didn't actually make the box. My nephew had purchased something and they sent it to him in the mail, and it had this amazing, very strong, sturdy box. So I think this is, you know, one of the ends. And I love it. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so one of my pearls came off. So this is how it turned out. I lined it with, of course, the paper. I put the pink mat on there. I put some feet on the bottom, and I put these drawer pulls on the sides right here. And then I put some little flat back gems on the sides to act as the little screw that goes in there. I put some trim all the way around, and it goes all the way around. And then I put some of this. This is comes in a sheet, so I just cut out 2 rows and put it around the box. And then I took one of the big shells, one of my painted shells, and then one of the plain white shells that came in that package of shells that I had. And I put, you know, pearls. I put, you know, the little flowers, the little rosebuds. I put some bling here and there. This is a sticker out of that sticker pack. These are, I believe, are $49 in market, I believe. That came in a package with these. And I put some of the flowers from my stash, some more stickers. This one and this one were in the same pack. I put some more flower buds up here, and I put little pearls here and there. There's a purple one tucked in there. And yeah, oh guys, I just love the way this turned out. And of course, you know, everything is glued down with E6000 because I didn't want it to come up. So here we go. Oh my gosh, guys, I just love how that turned out. Look at that. I love it. And of course, yes, you can pick it up from the sides. For me, it's more decorative than actually functional, although it's glued down with E6000, so I doubt that it'll come up. But anyway, there we go. That was my solution for getting my closure. There we go, guys. I hope you have enjoyed my walkthrough on this mini album. I had so much fun making it, and hopefully you will too if you give it a try. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and y'all have a fun crafty day. Talk to y'all later.